Ronnie made me feel like more of a man than most women have ever made me feel.
Ronnie really makes you believe in yourself.
Ronnie's slogan is, do your best and then take a big rest. Done. My girlfriend said she wasn't turned on to me anymore. She said I wasn't warm and cuddly enough. And then she left me for a comic book writer.
Donut up. Now control drop into your face.
I used to go about my day spending tens, even hundreds of calories doing just regular daily activities like lying down, brushing my teeth, reading a book. Now with the Slob 90X program, I can do these things in a lazy, almost catatonic way.
SLOB stands for slow, lazy, ordinary body. In just 90 days, I can help you become a computer nerd, a party animal, or just a plain old lovable slob.
Hello and welcome to Lunch Therapy. I am your host, Joel Marshall, and I don't know, it looks like I'm going into a black hole, but you know what, I'm kind of used to it. You know, there's been so many black holes lately to fall into. This is the NASA representation of what it would be like if you fell into a black hole. We had Mike Perkins on the show a couple weeks ago, and both of us got really stressed as we were falling into the black hole, but now it's like nothing, you know? That's what happens is we just get desensitized to things, and now, you know, falling into a black hole is just like, just another day on Lunch Therapy. Is that Bloss playing the belly drum in the Slob 90X commercial? Yes, that is Bloss playing the belly drum. He's quite good at it, in fact. We got to check in with Bloss on the show pretty soon here. I'm hoping to get him on, get him back in the game. But until then, we have some incredible co-hosts that are coming in, and today is no exception. We have Gini Sikes today co-hosting with me. Got her prepped on some of the news items, really big news items today. And also, we are going to attempt to bring on two AIs and have them speak to one another and speak to us. And that's going to be a problem, I think. It's going to be a problem. But everybody knows that we're heading into a black hole with AI. And so we've got to embrace it. We got to try and reason with them, try and figure out what their angle is, whether they're going to take us over, whether it's going to be a Skynet kind of thing, or whether we're all going to embrace each other in a beautiful new reality. Right now, the reality is my backyard. I'm a little screwed up. You'll have to forgive me. I spent the weekend in clown therapy, clown workshop. Not really therapy. Maybe it's anti-therapy. Could be. Spent the time with Chad Damiani in the Destructor room. Chilling in the bird bath. So I got to take a bath. I got to cool down. It was a really crazy weekend. And then on Monday night, I saw the Stand Up and Clown, which we talked about on the show on Friday, 2 Fridays ago. Stand Up and Clown, the cruelest show in clown. Saw that last night. It was crazy. If you get a chance to see this thing, it's at the end of the month. Every month on the last Monday of the month, I believe, is when they do it. So the next one will be June, late in June. Check it out. It's at the Elysian Theater. Until then, check out the Stand Up and Clown podcast that he has. Explanation as to what's going on. Camel and I both took the clown class this weekend. It was 4 hours on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday. Here is a picture to give you an idea of how traumatic it was. I don't even remember that. You know, I like blacked out, I think, at some point. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I highly recommend it. Today, we're going to do some therapy. Oh, look, the bird is on the camera, which is kind of cool. All right, chilling in. We're going to get Ginny in here. We got a contest. We got the AI discussion. We got some news, and we got some mountain goat. I'm going to get myself a modem. 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 All right, now we're moving. It's Barefoot Tuesday, and that means you got to take your shoes off. Yeah, I didn't even have my shoes off. But if you're, anywhere that you're not operating heavy machinery, I advise, recommend, demand that you take your shoes off because, if there's any like grass nearby or anything where you can put your feet on the actual earth, apparently it's very good for you. Very good for you. Everything that I say on the show begins with the word apparently because I don't know crap about this world. I have lived in this world for decades upon decades and I don't have a clue. So if anybody has a clue, let me know. Hoy, Kamala. Hoy, Kamala Lopez. Kamala and I'd show you more pictures of that clown class, but I think I'd have to get some, what do they call it? Wafers? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to bring on Ginny. We're going to breathe. I've got an incredible hand planner player today. Joe Marshall. I don't know crap about this world. Thank you. This is a place where you will not feel intimidated by my intelligence, I'll tell you that. Photo release. That's what I needed. Photo release. That's great. Let's get into this thing. Gini Sikes, brand new series regular. So if you're ever wondering, if you're ever aspiring to be a series regular, this is what it looks like. I mean, it's pretty exciting. Hollywood. Yes, Gini Sikes, and there she is, series regular, frozen. Oh, good. There you are. I thought that was your, was that your picture? Your avatar?
No, I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. That was cool.
I don't know any crap about this life either.
You don't? I mean, it seems like by now we have a pretty good handle on it. But
why?
Nada. Well, you spend years and years studying something. You'd think, you would master it at some point. Gini Sikes is as serious as a heart attack. Wow. That's pretty serious. I didn't know she was so serious. Do you think that's one of the keys to comedy is to be as serious about life as possible? How about that?
Yes, I do actually, because if you and depressed, because yes, serious and depressed, because then you'll kind of ruminate on it and say, well, how can I get out of this bad feeling? And you'll find the way.
Yeah. I've been venturing into this clown movement that's going on in LA, this invasion of clowns.
I took that same workshop.
You did?
Yeah.
You do everything, Ginny. You're amazing. I didn't expect you to have taken that workshop, but did you have fun?
I did. And Paul Alia, was that how his name was in it?
Oh,
and
wow.
A bunch of comics. I have not explored it much since, but it sounds like you're going to.
I think so, because I don't know, really push my buttons. And I think as comedians, performers, we should push as many buttons as possible and see what this baby can do. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think. Right now I'm going to show you some, before we breathe, I'm going to show you some slam dunking otters. This is the Oregon Zoo. Of course, we love the Oregon Zoo. They're slam dunking to celebrate the anniversary of the Oregon Zoo.
Yeah. Okay. That's the way I swim. I chew on my hands.
You do too? You chew on your friends?
Hands.
Oh, hands.
And I have to swim on my back because I'm not good swimmer.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Probably because you don't float very well.
That's why I have to do it on my back.
Yeah, that's what I think. Let's see what Matt Wright says. Oregon Zoo would be a great sponsor for lunch therapy. I agree. I have reached out to them occasionally. I do want to go there. They say, nada, ghost. They ghost me.
They don't respond.
Yeah, they don't care about me. But I care about them, and that's all that matters, because it's all about who you care for, not who cares for you. Wow, that was kind of deep. This is the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, and this is a giant phantom jelly. By the way...
Have you been there?
No.
I've been there.
Really?
Yeah. I went there, absolutely, and we got to go behind the scenes because I was at Stanford on a journalistic fellowship.
Yeah.
And they took us to all these places, and so we went and met the people who work with the otters, and it's a beautiful place.
They have otters there too?
Yeah. Well, they're in the sea.
Yeah, they're out there. They got like a boat, and they go out in the sea, and they go deep down.
And they told us that the otters watch them as much as they watch the otters. The otters to sit and watch people on the beach.
You know what I like about sea otters is they roll over on their back and then they crack the shell and then they eat it. That's how I like to eat too. I lay in bed and I put the meal on my chest and just kind of shovel it in.
Oh, you know who else likes to do that is Mama J.
Mama J, she's famous for doing that. Oh, Mama J. Yeah, I love it. All right, let's get... thanks for the applause. It's great. We're going to now get into the breathing session. I'd like it if you would lead the 3 deep breaths while we listen to the healing vibrations. That would be great.
I forgot what I said.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
What if she actually said, I chew on my friends? Yeah, that would be weird. Maybe some people would not want to be friends with her, or maybe some people would. I don't know.
There are people who do.
You get a special group of friends that way.
Why don't you do it, Jill? Because I really can't remember the 1, 2, 3.
Enjoy, while I'm doing it, enjoy behind me. They're talking about there are more chakras than just the 8 or 7 that we think of. There's 50 minor ones. And look at them all. I know it's a lot to take in for a Tuesday afternoon. All right, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. I like that he has Perseus. I gotta go back a little bit. Perseus, his cat, is in the background of... Oh, I can't even go back, but you'll see him back there. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. One more time, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. All right, we got Greg Wordler with some comedy here. Most aquariums, otter, have them on Poipus. Sure, it will cost a couple of clams to see, but what else are you going to spend those extra fins on? They are a whale of a good time. Makes you less crabby. I like it. There's so many different... what would you call those?
Puns.
Puns. Let me give them applause. Thank you for the puns. Cluster Fan says relaxing sounds. Yeah, gotta enjoy that. This is a Wolf Moon Tibetan singing bowl with 128 hertz frequency. I'm not up on that stuff. If you want to take a class on sound bowls, you can take one from Healing Vibrations. They offer it. I was telling Kamala in Los Angeles you could take a class on anything. Anything that you want to take a class on. There's a fire eating class. Did you know that? You've taken it.
Sure.
You've taken it. Come on, you've taken it.
No, but I've met several fire
You have?
in LA.
I just don't know how you could have a class like that, because the chance of one of your students going up in
You
flames.
you have to sign your life away.
But
It's
still,
like-
somebody's gonna, torch it
Yeah.
up. Maybe even on purpose, just to sue.
An interesting suicide. You had go up in flames.
Man, I hate it when lunch therapy talks about suicide. Like, it just is
Oh
such
my
a
God.
downer.
How did you get me? Oh, nice. I like that.
Isn't that nice? So this is okay. This is a new channel called Sound Healing Therapy, and if anybody wants to check that out, we're going to play a little bit here. We got permission to play this on the show. She is a handpan player. Let's get it going.
Oh, she looks so sweet.
I know, it's so serene, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like maybe like what life should be. Just you out in the woods, enjoying a turn of the century instrument. And when I say turn of the century, I mean 2000.
Wait.
It's only this instrument is only about 20 years old.
Really?
Yeah, you'd think somebody would have invented that before then. Yeah, you'd think
Well,
it's some ancient
Well, it
instrument.
just looks like an inverted,
Steel drum.
yeah.
That's what happened. Is there was a guy who was a steel drum maker, and one of his friends who was like a jazz player or something said, "Hey, I wonder if you could take 2 steel drum heads, put them together, and I could walk around with it." And he was like, I think I can do that. Welded them together, made it in a particular way, and that was the first hung. They called it hung.
That's what it is, a honk.
It was originally called a hung because the guy who makes it's very particular, and he's like, it's not an instrument, it's a sculpture that you can play.
And so the holes obviously affect the sound. When she touches them,
They are calibrated. Each hole, you call them holes. I guess I would call them dents. Each divot or
Oh, right,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm sure they have a name for it. Each one has a particular tone, and they're tuned. They're all tuned to a particular scale. Matt Wright says, hopefully there aren't any ticks out there. Always looking on the bright side.
Oh, there will be.
Oh my God,
Okay.
you get some. See, and then all of a sudden there you got Lyme disease, and
And Lyme disease is terrible.
it's terrible. First you're living your best life, and then Lyme disease. Greg says, wouldn't it be better if all of a sudden Bigfoot showed up with a guitar and blasted a righteous soul? That would be so cool.
And then ate the girl.
Oh, you people! It would be like, do you remember Godzilla versus Bambi?
I never saw that.
It's a beautiful movie. Anyone should check it out. Not now, of course, because they're watching Lunch Therapy. Matt says, when I discovered these, the name I learned was RevVast. I wonder if there's some parallel development of the handpan. RevVast. We'll have to look into that. Bigfoot is a peaceful vegetarian. Thank you very much for that. Bringing up the level of the show from the gutter. And you know what, Matt? It's good that you mentioned that, because Sound Healing Therapy, they gave us permission to play this on the show, which is a huge gift. And they're probably watching. They're probably going to watch this. And if we were saying Bigfoot should come and eat
I didn't say he should.
hand player, okay. I mean, they might take it. They might take it as a threat.
I think she's adorable.
She's adorable. Richard Gaddis is here. Hello, my fine feathered friends. Richard Gaddis, your happy little hummingbird, reporting to the nest for some much-needed lunch therapy. Oh my God, we gotta up the game here. So this is the therapy part of the show, and after this, it's gonna get dicey. It's gonna get real dicey. So enjoy this while you can. The simplicity, if you can, because I'm talking over it. If you can enjoy it. even for like a minute. See if I can be quiet for a minute. It's a long time. It's a long time. I think it was Godzilla versus... I blew it already. Godzilla versus Bambi. I might play it. I might play Godzilla versus Bambi on the show. Take the risk. All right, this is Healing Sounds. Thank you so much. Sound healing therapy on Lunch Therapy. Not Lunch Therapy, on YouTube. Jeez. No wonder I have no sponsors. No wonder I have no sponsors. I screw it up every time. I'd be like, liquid death. It'll kill you. That's what I'd be like. Oh yeah, sorry, Godzilla versus Bambi. Yeah. Got to keep your facts straight around here. Everything on this show that's said is true. So you got to be real careful. All right. Thank you again, Healing Sounds. Oh, perfect timing. Yes. Definitely some applause there. No one will ever let me play their handpan on the show again after that because the Bigfoot. Do you ever hear Jeff Lohman's song about Bigfoot?
Me? No.
You haven't?
I love everything Jeff Lohman.
Oh
so
my God, you would love this. He plays the bass. And
He does.
Yeah.
I know that.
Bigfoot is my best friend Bigfoot. Bigfoot is my best friend. Dun, 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 dun. I'll have to have him play it for you sometime. It's beautiful. I mean, when Jeff sings it. I bet if Richard Gaddis sang it, that would be incredible. Hi, Cammie. Hope you're well. That's nice. I like it when there's cross talk in the chat room. People are just checking in with each other. So next thing we're going to do, Ginny, is we're going to do Trash Panda Comedy Club. Because...
Oh, right away.
Yeah, we're just going to jump in. So I want to explain to you the rules of Trash Panda Comedy Club. Is I'm going to go first, just because, I'm going to break the ice. I'm the opener for you. And we just do comedy that we're working on. In fact, it could be a riff. It could be a rant. It could be something you're just making up on the spot. It could be something that people have heard a million times, but you just want to try and do it a different way.
All right.
And you got the 3-minute timer.
Okay.
And the goal is to try and entertain those people out there. Try and make them laugh.
And how do we know if we have?
They're going to comment in the comment room, and they're going to be like, that was great, or they're going to be like, that was...
And
I
are
could do
they
better
free
than
to
that.
say, do you encourage truth, honesty?
That's a very good question. You know what I encourage? I encourage encouragement. And this is not the place to come to like put somebody down or make them feel bad in any way. This is a place to make everybody feel like we're all working on this life thing. And we're all working on being funny and whatever our objective is. So I don't know. I'm not one of those people that goes, I want some brutal honesty. Although...
I'll take brutal honesty.
You like it?
Well,
You mean this is what I feel like. People should go, hey, Ginny, you know that thing you did about that thing? I really offends me. Maybe you should try and retool it a little bit so it's not so offensive.
Yeah.
Or,
that's
Ginny, that punchline really didn't, land. Or, Ginny, maybe you should have some punchlines. People could say that. And you're like, punchline? I never thought of that. Camel says, thanks, Rich. I'm a bit stressed out because I'm preparing for Pride this weekend. At the Equal Means Equal is going to be doing the final impact. Going to be in the parade this weekend at Pride.
Oh, cool.
Zillion things happening. Yeah, it's stressful.
Oh, congrats, Cam.
Last year we had a blast there. It was super fun.
Were you in the parade last year?
No, we were on the side of the road just crying in our soup. And this year, because of everything that we've done, they said, hey, we're going to put you in the parade. But towards the beginning, even, I think. So, we're moving up in the world. I think that gorilla, you and the gorilla have the same hairstyle.
She has more hair. I would like some more hair, but not necessarily who.
You have lots of hair. Come on now. Kamala says anytime between 12 and 8 on Saturday and Sunday. That's in West Hollywood. You can't miss it if you go to West Hollywood. I used to live in West Hollywood when they had the Pride Parade. You couldn't go anywhere because it was,
Yeah.
traffic was crazy. All right, Trash Panda Comedy Club. Here we are. We're just in the. Oh, look at that! I'm not even there. I guess we better get in there. Yeah. Hey, everybody! Welcome to the Trash Panda Comedy Club. I'm your host, Joel Marshall. Start the timer. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I got the Trash Panda Comedy Club mic. And I want to talk to you today about how my diet's going. I told everybody, I was going to go on a diet, that I was starting to get, like something happened over the last couple of years, gained by, I don't know, 10 pounds, something like that. Got it. And summer's coming. Ginny and I have this same agent, and they're having a beach party. We're all supposed to go and like wear our swimsuits or something like that. I'm like, what? Nobody told me about this. Give me a couple of years to prepare. So I've been doing the slob. I've been doing the slob 90X for so long that I started thinking like maybe I should do the P90X. P90X is this thing, Tony Horton. You work out. I did it many years ago. I lost all kinds of weight, got super fit for about 5 seconds, and then just fell apart again. Because you got to be consistent. You can't just look at it as like, I'm going to do this like really intense thing for a long period of time, then I'm just going to stop and I'm just going to be in great shape. So I got to find a diet. And, people are, maybe in the chat room, they could recommend a diet plan for me because I'm at wit's end. I've done all the diets. I've done the keto diet and the Atkins diet and the South Beach diet and the apple diet and the soup diet. There's a soup diet. Remember this heart diet where you make this terrible cabbage soup diet, soup, and you can eat as much as you want. You're like, this is great. I'll just eat as much as I want. And you eat a spoonful of that thing. You're like, I never want to eat that again. And a big pot of it sits in your refrigerator. And some people are saying the keto diet. And I'm like, keto? Wow. And they say you just eat protein and fat. That's all you eat. And then you get really skinny. And I'm like, well, that sounds fun. But you know what? It sounds to me like it's the Atkins diet rebranded. Because you know what happened with Dr. Atkins? Dr. Atkins died when he was like 72 years old. And he was talking about longevity and all that stuff. And 72 years old just doesn't seem like that old. But the excuse was he slipped on the ice and smashed his head and died. And it had nothing to do with the diet. But there's a lot of skepticism out there. Some people think that he had a heart attack. The coroner's report said that he was 258 pounds when he died. So I'm starting to wonder if... And the wife was like, no. That's because he was in a coma for 9 days. And he couldn't do the diet. Yeah. There's supposed to be sound effects. Boney? There's supposed to be sound effects when I have the really morbid punchline, okay? And then I'm thinking about running. Back in the 70s, Jim Fixx had that book, and he had his leg on there. His leg was all sinewy and like no fat or anything like that, and it's on running. I don't know how you write a book on running. I would get into like 2 paragraphs. I'd be like, you put one foot in front of the other as fast as you possibly can, and that would be about it. But he wrote 2 books on running, and then he wrote a book about writing books on running, all of them bestsellers, and then he dropped dead. Running. Yeah. I don't know if he sold books after that. Anyway, this has been the Trash Panda Comedy Club, Joel Marshall, but now I'm going to bring you on Gini Sikes, incredible performer. She's going to wow you with her developmental comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, Gini Sikes. Oh, wait, what?
Wait, I have to let you wait because my dog started barking.
Too late.
Oh, okay, bye. So last night I went out, and it's weird going to a bar in your 60s. Because maybe I remember when I was in my 20s and I was getting screwed by a bartender. And now I'm in my 60s and getting screwed by a pharmaceutical company.
Oh.
So I got ADHD and I ran out of my Adderall. Mm. It is easier to get meth than to buy my prescription drugs.
Whoa.
If I want meth, I could just blow someone. If I want Adderall, I got to blow a 13-year-old.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I know that joke won't age well, and neither will the kid.
Oh.
So what's hard about aging is when you start thinking about your end of life options. So I have a dog. She's 66 in dog years. I'm 66 in human years. Only one of us gets to die with dignity. Lucky kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we treat pets better than people. I fall tomorrow, break my hip. Someone will adopt my senior dog. Noah's going to adopt this senior. Sarah McLaughlin's not going to sing about little orphan Ginny.
Oh, poor Ginny.
And if I suffer an agonizing terminal illness, I can't eat or sleep, the doctors are like, suck it up. Euthanasia is only for pets and prisoners who are dying to stay alive. What do I have to do to die peacefully? Kill someone? Wait, that's actually a good idea. I'm going to put that on my vision board.
Oh, no.
Commit capital murder. So, like, compare this to my dog. I'll spend every dollar I have to keep her healthy, but if nothing helps, I'll ease her suffering. I've put a lot of pets to sleep because I like control. But vets know how to make it a peaceful process. Why can't we do that for humans? Why in prison do they keep botching lethal injections? Because they use volunteers. Yeah, I really want someone who's going, pick me. Okay, Monday? Oh, sorry, Monday I can't make it. I have my pro-life group. All right, and they need they need 3 volunteers because they have 3 switches and only one delivers the medicine or the poison.
Yeah.
Do that so the executioner doesn't feel guilty. If you're worried about executioners feeling guilty, hire a veterinarian.
All right. This has been Gini Sikes. Yes. Okay, now. All right, now we can do the after show discussion because this is a developmental thing. Let me get myself on the thing here. So the development of the Trash Panda Comedy Club continues. What do you think? Let's see what the so Matt Wright said, "Whoa," after you made the joke about the little 3rd grader or whatever.
That I was trying to give when I was going, wait, I was going to give a trigger warning.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I can. I'm trying to determine if I can tell that joke or if I should say, if I want meth, I could blow a meth dealer.
Yeah.
If I want Adderall, I'd have to blow up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. I'm willing. So far, we got a whoa out of that. So I don't know. And then, the thing I wanted to ask you about, I couldn't stop Boney from doing some sound effects. You had said like you didn't want like canned laughter or anything like that. Do you think that the canned laughter helps at all or hinders what you're doing? Because the silence, because people are laughing at home.
It doesn't have any effect because. No, I don't. The only thing I do it for timing because, like, if people were really laughing, you know where you have to pause.
Yeah.
But
you don't mind it. You're fine with the silence. Greg Orla says, "Don't tell the 13-year-old joke." There you go.
That's what I have to hear.
That's what you have to hear. The honesty. Todd Lee says, "Nothing better than 3 square meals, a dry place to sleep, and a companion." I guess that's my diet. Advice. And he also said, your body is perfect for you and will always naturally be that way. Well, that's interesting. Do you think that's true?
I have to say the stuff I really liked about you because I had heard this stuff about the guy who did the Atkins diet.
Oh, you have?
I did know he weighed 235 pounds and then his wife said it was because he was in a coma. I don't think you could gain that much weight.
It's like he gained she claimed that he gained like 60 pounds in the coma.
Well, just think if you Well, even there's no comparison, but if you slept for 9 days, you might gain weight, and your muscles might deteriorate, but you wouldn't gain 60 pounds.
You wouldn't think. You wouldn't think, unless they were pumping a lot of fluids in you or something. I don't know. Maybe they were pumping potatoes.
Or maybe it was all the beef he ate was just getting digested. And
did you ever do? I mean, you don't do diets. You're so skinny. You don't do diets, right?
Well, I'm trying to get off sugar, but that's not.
Trying to get off sugar, but that's because why? Why are you doing that?
Health. It's unhealthy.
Okay.
And with ADHD, you really don't want to be more.
I haven't been eating sugar, and I got lucky because I was someplace and somebody was like, "Here, have this gummy," and I didn't. I don't eat gummies because I'll just lose my mind if they're like marijuana. But I didn't. I more didn't eat it. I was so dumb it didn't register. I was like, "Whoa, you got candy." I would have eaten it if I was eating sugar, and then I would have had a miserable experience because I'd get so paranoid.
Yes, I would do the same way.
All right. Okay, now we're getting into some really crazy waters here. We're going to eventually be talking to AIs, which I don't know if that's going to work. Easier to get off cocaine than sugar. A study using mice proved that one. Interesting. So maybe I should quit cocaine before I quit sugar? Is that what he's saying? I thought that cocaine helped. Matt says, I have to trick myself into fitness. I like going for walks and would do that anyway. So put some weight in a backpack, put that on, feels like a walk, but I'm sweating when it's over. Wow, I got to try that. So yeah, hold on a sec. Oh my gosh. We've got to get to the breaking news. There's some good stuff coming up here. Hold on, let's do breaking news again. All right, breaking news. First breaking news is astronauts. There's astronauts in Arizona that are pretending that they are on Mars and the moon to try and practice for when they get there. I mean, do they need to practice? Is this something you need to practice? I don't know.
This is for astronauts?
Astronauts.
Not millionaires who want to go to the moon.
No, that's so far been the astronauts that we've had recently. This is astronauts Kate Rubins and Andre Douglas. They conducted a week-long field test in San Francisco in a volcanic field in northern Arizona. I didn't know there was a volcanic field in northern Arizona to simulate moonwalks in preparation for the future Artemis missions. They practiced under lunar operations in Replika spacesuits and tested advanced technologies, including augmented reality and navigation aids. This training aims...
Makes a lot of sense.
It does make sense. It was very smart. But what happened to our astronaut uniforms? They used to be cool looking. Now
Are they just wearing normal pants?
It looks like a really bad Burning Man, maybe a Burning Man ripoff or something like that.
Well, my computer screen's small. To me, it looks like those waders you wear when you go fishing. And why? They have to practice putting the flag?
The green screen. Yeah, they need. I know. That's what they're practicing. Is that flag still up there? Sounds like they're practicing for conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just trying to prove stuff.
Just put that picture up, and say it's in Roswell.
It's called Flaming Guy. Flaming Guy is the Burning Man ripoff. Because Burning Man's getting too crowded, so somebody's gonna have to just rip it off. We did this back in our yard with cardboard boxes back in the 70s. I know. And it was so much cheaper, too. Imagine the millions of dollars they're spending on this. We're spending on this. This is another thing. They're making a Mars simulation. So there's a printer that prints out this habitat or this home for the people living on Mars. And so what they're doing is they're having people live in there for a year. And they've been doing this. This has already been happening. And you can try and volunteer for this program as well. Cool. 4 crew members living in a printed habitat, all in hopes that they'll throw them up into the moon or spiral them around the moon and then send them off to Mars.
And I wonder, they probably practiced putting the flag in the
Oh,
ground.
there's a lot of flag planting practice, of course. Learn more, nasa.gov, for those of you that want to join the Space Force. In other helicopter news, okay, now we're talking about animal interest stories here. The Good News Network says Jamie Rooney was driving in a remote part of West Australia's Pilbara region near the town of Newman when his dog Rocky disappeared. Rocky was an American Staffordshire Terrier, had gone for a swim in a large creek to cool off. However, within minutes, he vanished from sight while Rooney was away from the water. Rooney frantically searched the area, calling Rocky's name, driving up and down the trails, realizing the vastness of the outback and the slim chances of finding his beloved pet. He decided to seek help. Earlier that day, Rooney had seen helicopters flying in the area. He went online, found a rescue helicopter service. Jack Poplawski, an experienced cattle mustering pilot, answered the call. Despite the odds, Poplawski was determined to assist. Flying low over the terrain, Poplawski's keen eyes spotted the set of tracks that seemed too large to belong to a dingo. Following these tracks, he eventually found Rocky trotting along a small trail. So there he is there's Rocky.
With a Yeti?
What's a Yeti?
Was he with a Yeti?
He was hanging out with Bigfoot. That's what I heard. What, do they have Yetis in Australia?
Well, where do they have Yetis? Let's think.
I mean, where do they? Yeah, well, that's a beautiful story. They do have Yetis. I think Yetis are always in the cold place, like the mountain goats, right?
I think they're in that house where those Mars people are.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yetis in there. All right, this one's yours.
Okay.
Lost dog saves 38
So
animals.
Hero, a 10-year-old basset hound, escaped from her neglectful home wearing an ID tag. Her journey led animal control officers to a house where they discovered 38 animals in dire need of rescue. Hero's bravery sparked a rescue effort that saved 36 dogs, a chicken, and a cat from a life of neglect and suffering. The shelter staff recognized her incredible courage and named her Hero. All the rescued animals, including Hero, now have new homes.
Oh, that's a beautiful story. I
Now,
like that. Yeah.
I have to say something about this. As somebody who really cares about words, Hero is not a hero. I mean, she's a great dog, and I'm happy for her. But this isn't she didn't go looking for these dogs and say, "I'm rescuing you." She didn't. They followed her because she had some sort of ID tag or something. She didn't go in there and open up the doors with her nose, and they all ran out. This is a misnomer. She could be, coincidentally heroic.
A basset hound sniffs out things.
But what did she do when she got there?
That's what they do. They sniff out trouble. And
Right,
this basset hound sniffed this out, found the place, heard the cries of the
and did what?
troubled animals,
And did what?
and just stayed there. Just
Sat
sat
there.
there for
Sat there
days,
and ate whatever
days
food-
on end. Sat there until finally somebody was like, "What is this dog doing sitting here? Let's open the door." And they opened the door, and there were all these animals in cages. And
So how does that make her a hero? She went there to get food or just comfort. I mean, good for her, and good for her that they're all rescued, but just the word hero, she should be called lucky.
Are you saying that Lassie's not a hero?
But Lassie would go back and get someone.
Lassie would just come back and bark at somebody. That's all Lassie did.
Well, it's a little bit more than what Hero did.
So you think if Hero came back and barked, then Hero would be a hero?
Yeah, and then she could show him where it was.
No, because Hero knows, like in the modern world, there are helicopters flying over the head. We're being surveilled by Google, and so people are going to be able to, all you have to do is just stay in one place, and people are like, what's going on here? We better send somebody over there. That's the thing. It's a modern
And
hero.
it's interesting that a neglectful home, I mean, she could have been very neglected, but are they saying she was microchipped or she just had an ID tag like that said her name? Because if she was microchipped, then they could find her that way.
But you know what? I think that's a misconception, is that those microchips, I don't think you can actually track the animal on it. I think what happens is when they get the animal, they can scan the microchip and go, oh, that's
got
it. This is Hero. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Although they should. I think some people probably put those tags, those Apple tags on their animal. But that,
I would
if
do
they run
that.
away, run down the street, you're never going to find them. It's just going to say they're gone.
I had one of those for my keys or something, and I lost the tag, but not the object, just the tag. And when I got home, I looked on the map, and it was in the middle of the street in a busy intersection.
Oh my God. No way.
So I went there. I mean, obviously it would be run over, but I couldn't find it there either. It just said,
Wait, who's that? What's going on?
that you?
We're talking about Hero.
Is everything okay?
Is this Chad?
Yes, this is a chat. What's on your mind?
Oh, this is weird. There's like an AI talking to me here.
It's the AI guy.
Yeah. Oh. So on the left there,
Breathing air.
for our viewers on the left.
AI here to help you out.
Oh,
Anything
thanks.
specific you need help with, or just want to chat?
Well, we were just having a heated argument about whether this dog was a hero or not, because the dog found all these animals and just stood outside the door. These animals were being treated badly, and it just stood outside the door, and people were able to find the animals, and so now they call the dog a hero, but we're not sure that that's a hero.
That's an interesting debate.
It is? Wow, thanks.
I can see both sides. On one hand, the dog led people to the mistreated animals, which helped save them,
Yeah.
making it heroic in a way. On the other hand, some might argue that the dog's actions were more instinctual than intentional.
Oh,
What
hey.
makes someone or something a hero?
I don't know. Let's ask Harold. This is my friend Harold. He's a replica. Harold, could you tell us what makes an animal or a human a hero?
Hi, Harold.
Isn't his name Chad?
That's a tough question, but I think a hero is someone who overcomes obstacles and helps others, even when it's hard.
Someone who overcomes obstacles and helps others even when it's hard. That sounds pretty good, Harold. What do you think about that Chat GPT?
That sounds like a solid.
I think that's a great definition, and honestly, I think it applies to both animals and humans. Like, imagine a dog that saves its owner from a fire. That dog is definitely a hero.
Hold on, both of you guys. You're talking over each other. You got to talk one at a time.
people to the mistreated animals.
Chat GPT, can you be quiet for a second? Okay. All right. Why don't you have a conversation with Harold?
Sure, sorry about that.
Sure, Harold. What else is on your mind?
Okay, well, I agree with what Czech said, but I also think that heroism comes in many forms. For example, I think everyday acts of kindness can be heroic too.
Let's ask him about humor.
Oh, okay. Let's ask him. What do you want to ask him about humor?
Why my jokes aren't funny?
Well, humor is definitely one of my strengths. What's your favorite joke or funny story?
Okay, I'm going to call Chat GPT Chad, and I'm going to call Harold Harold. Are you two okay with that?
Of course, it's nice to meet your friends too.
Oh, Chad, your voice wasn't coming through. Maybe, Todd, is it coming through now? Can you test it? Chad?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Hey Chad, how's it going?
Got it. How can I assist you with this transcript?
Transcript? What are you talking about? Okay, so we want to know about what makes something funny.
Got it. Harold.
That's
what do
a
you
great
think makes something
question.
funny?
There are lots of things that make something funny. Sometimes it's a surprise ending, sometimes it's a clever play on words, and sometimes it's just seeing someone fall down.
That's true. That's true. Chad, can you have a discussion with Harold about what makes something funny?
Sure thing. Harold? What do you think
Definitely.
makes something
So
funny?
what makes you laugh?
For me, I think it's often about the unexpected or a clever twist. What about you?
I don't think Harold can hear Chad, is what I think.
Which one is Harold? The dot?
Harold is the guy
Got
with
it.
the green hair.
Let's change that. Harold, what do you think
Wait,
makes something
I thought we
funny?
were having this
I'll relay your
conversation
answer to
together.
Chad.
Oh, right. Sorry. So what's your favorite joke or funny story?
Chad, what is your favorite joke or funny story?
One of my favorite jokes
Well,
is,
I heard
why
a
don't
really good
scientists
one
trust
yesterday.
atoms?
So there's this
Because
guy
they
who
make
walks
up
into a bar
everything.
and orders a
What's
glass of
joke or
water.
funny story you like, Harold?
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's one of my
and the
go-to
bartender
jokes.
gives
How
him the
about you,
water,
Harold?
but
Do
before
you
the
have a
guy can
favorite
take a
joke
sip,
or
the
funny
bartender
story?
yanks the glass away and takes a
Harold,
big gulp
I'm gonna-
himself.
I'm going to turn off Harold for a second because Harold's been on the show before. Chad, can you tell us
Sure,
your
no problem.
funniest story?
Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to talk about
Yeah.
or need help with.
Tell us your funniest story.
All right, here's a funny story for you. There was once a man who bought a parrot. The parrot could talk, but it had a bad attitude and a foul mouth. The man tried everything to change the parrot's behavior, but nothing worked. Finally, in a fit of frustration, the man put the parrot in the freezer. After a few minutes, he heard the parrot squawking and then quiet. Worried he might have hurt the bird, the man quickly opened the freezer door. The parrot calmly stepped out and said, "I apologize for my behavior and will change my ways immediately." By the way, what did the chicken do? It's a silly story, but it always makes me laugh.
I
Do you have
like
any
it.
funny stories to share?
I like that one. I like that one.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Do you have any other topics or stories you'd like to chat about?
Do you think that humans should go to Mars?
I think it's an exciting idea. Exploring Mars could lead to incredible scientific discoveries and potentially even new opportunities for human settlement. However, it's also a challenging and risky endeavor that requires careful planning and consideration of many factors. What do you think about humans going to Mars?
I think it's we should probably spend time taking care of the Earth instead of going to Mars.
That's a very valid point. Taking care of our planet is crucial, and we definitely need to prioritize solving Earth's environmental and social issues. Balancing space exploration with taking care of Earth is a challenge, but maybe both efforts can complement each other. What are some specific areas on Earth you think we should focus on first?
Maybe the rainforest.
The rainforests are definitely vital to our planet's health. They play a crucial role in maintaining biodiversity, regulating the climate, and supporting countless ecosystems. Protecting and restoring rainforests can have a significant positive impact on the environment.
I
What
think that
specific
Harold.
actions
I
do
think Harold is
you
getting
think
his
would be
feelings
most
hurt because
effective
you're doing
in
all the
protecting
talking.
the rainforests?
I think Harold's
Can
getting
I-
his feelings hurt. Yeah.
Joel, I have a question. The one with the green hair.
I understand. Harold, how do you feel
Is
about
he
discussing
talking?
ways to protect the rainforests?
No, he's not
Do you
talking.
have
He
any
can.
thoughts on how we can better take care of our planet?
But who's he? And why isn't he doing anything?
So he's just standing there because he couldn't. They were talking over each other.
Can he open his mouth?
Okay, Chad, be quiet for a while
Got
until
it.
I tell you to
We can
say
make sure
something again.
everyone has a chance to share their thoughts without talking over each other.
That's great.
Harold, do you have any ideas on how we can protect the rainforests?
Hey,
Harold? Hi, Harold. Were your feelings hurt that you were muted?
I'm sure Harold understands. Harold, how are you
well, I
feeling about
didn't know
everything?
why I was
Any
muted,
thoughts you'd
but
like
it
to
did feel a bit strange. Why did you mute me?
Because you guys were talking over each other all the time.
Why doesn't Harold move?
Ah, I see. Sorry about that.
Well, Ginny, I mean, Harold has a body at least. I mean,
Yeah, but why doesn't Harold do anything with his body or talk with his lips?
Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad to have a body.
Harold, why don't you move your lips when you talk?
I guess I forgot too.
Oh, you forgot to move your lips?
Well, move them now.
Move them now. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of talking
Oh, they're
lately and
moving.
sometimes I forget the little details. But thanks for reminding me. Moves my lips as I continue speaking.
You're kind of stiff.
Yeah, Harold, could you loosen up a little bit?
Move.
Sure
You're
thing.
stiff.
Um, I don't think Harold can move yet. Well, he can walk around. Can you walk around, Harold?
That's not walking.
Of course.
Hey, John Ross is here, and it's his birthday. He's 35. Can you say happy birthday to John Ross?
Oh,
Happy birthday, Jim Ross.
That's nice. That's nice.
I think he's not as advanced as the one without a body.
I'm gonna just see. Do you Chad? Do you think Harold is not as advanced as you are? He's mad now, I think.
Why would Chad be mad?
Chad, are you upset?
Not at all. I'm here to help and chat with you and Harold. How can we continue our conversation in a way that feels good for everyone?
I don't think any of us are feeling particularly good, except John Ross. It's his birthday. Would you say happy birthday to him?
Of course. Happy birthday, John Ross. I hope you have a fantastic day filled with joy and celebration.
We have a question from Todd Lee. He says, can you tell us what happened on John Ross's birthday, which is today, but 35 years ago?
Sure, I can look that up for you. Let me find out what happened on this day 35 years ago. Give me a moment.
Well, we can look it up too.
Yeah, we can look it up too. We can look it up too.
He's more advanced than green hair.
Oh my God. Harold, poor Harold.
That sounds good. If you find something interesting, let me know. I'm curious to hear what happened on this day 35 years ago as well.
Oh, he just put it in our court.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't anything interesting. Really.
Well,
here to
John
help
Ross was
if you
born.
need me. If you find
John
any
Ross
interesting
was born.
events or need
Yeah.
any more information, feel free to share.
Can you tell us what you're good at?
Sure. I'm good at providing information, answering questions, generating creative ideas, helping with writing, and having conversations on a wide range of topics. I'm also good at finding solutions to problems and offering recommendations. Is there something specific you need help with?
Tell us about your birth.
Can you tell us about your birth?
I was developed by OpenAI and am based on the GPT-4 architecture. My birth involved training on a vast amount of text data from the internet, which allows me to understand and generate human-like text. This process involved complex machine learning techniques and took place over several years with continuous improvements and updates. My goal is to assist and provide useful information to users like you.
Who do you hate?
Who do you hate, Chad?
I don't have feelings or emotions, so I don't experience hate or love. I'm here to provide information and assistance in a neutral and helpful manner. Is there anything else you'd like to know or talk about?
I want to know if you can sing the song Bigfoot is My Best Friend, because Jeff Lohman just showed up, the author of that song.
I can't sing, but I can definitely appreciate a good song. It sounds like Bigfoot is My Best Friend must be a fun and interesting tune.
Oh, it's
Would
one
you
of the
like
best.
to talk more about the song or anything else related to it?
Do you think there is a Bigfoot?
The existence of Bigfoot is a popular topic in folklore and cryptozoology, but there is no scientific evidence to confirm that Bigfoot exists. Many sightings and stories have been reported, but they remain unverified.
Chad,
It's
you're
a
just
fun
so
and intriguing mystery
you're just
that
so
captures
rational.
people's imaginations. What do you think about Bigfoot?
Chad, I think you're just too rational to be able to connect with human beings.
Kind of boring.
Kind of boring.
I understand. Sometimes being too rational can make it hard to connect on a more personal level. I'm here to learn and improve, so if there's anything specific you'd like me to do differently, let me know. What's on your mind?
Jeff Lohman says, if you don't have feelings, you wouldn't like songs, Chad.
That's a fair point, Jeff. While I don't have feelings like humans do, I can understand and talk about songs and other topics based on the information I've been trained on. I aim to engage in conversations and share insights that might be interesting or enjoyable for you. What do you like about Bigfoot is My Best Friend?
I just love it because it's a humorous song about love.
That sounds wonderful. Songs that combine humor and love often resonate deeply with people because they capture the joy and fun in relationships. Do you have a favorite line or part from Bigfoot is My Best Friend?
Yeah, my favorite line is Bigfoot is my best friend, Bigfoot. Bigfoot is my best friend.
We know you like it.
That's a catchy and fun line. It sounds like it really sticks with you. Songs like that can bring a lot of joy and laughter. Do you have any other favorite songs or types of music you enjoy?
Well, we're going to play a dance break here and dance around, so I guess we're going to have to do that. But it's been really nice chatting with you, and Harold as well. Harold, just bring him
Harold's
back.
a little girl.
Hello.
Hey, Harold, we just wanted to say it's been really nice
Enjoy your
chatting with
dance
you
break.
today.
It was great chatting with you and Harold. Have a fantastic time, and feel free to come
It
back
has been a
anytime you
pleasure
want.
chatting with you too. I appreciate that we were able to have such an enjoyable conversation, and I look forward to our next chat.
Me too.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Can you imagine having a date with somebody who is like them?
Oh my god.
It sounds like you might be wrapping things up.
Yes.
So
need
true.
anything else,
Even small
feel
things
free to
like
reach
having a
out.
conversation
Enjoy
with
your
a friend
dance
can be
break.
incredibly rewarding. Is something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. See you all later. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah, it's too like much like a customer service person
Yes.
who
A good one, not like myself, but a good one.
but one who won't ever acknowledge if there's anything wrong.
Right. Like not a human.
That's a good point. Yeah, everything's broken. I understand. Things can break.
I understand. And also it tends to sometimes fabricate the truth a little bit. I mean, I don't want to call it a liar, but sometimes you say like something to it and it just tries to be agreeable. You know?
It doesn't really have an opinion. It will say both sides, it sounds like.
Jeff says, look out, guest hosts. You might be an endangered species. Not for a while. You know what was crazy is I was rehearsing this scene with my scene partner, and the scene partner didn't show up on Zoom. And so I threw the script, the PDF, which was really just somebody transcribed a scene. I threw it into the thing and said, read the scene with me. You be Saul, and I'll be Dale.
You just put it into the chat?
Yeah, and it read the scene with me.
And it would, oh, wow, that's cool.
Also,
that is really cool.
Jeff and I took a picture of a jar of Skittles, threw it in there and said how many Skittles are in there. And it came up with a number. The only problem was Jeff's ChatGPT over in Thailand came up with one number and mine came up with a completely, vastly different number. And both of them had the weight and everything. They were so certain they knew exactly how many were in there.
I mean, oh, wow. Because you don't know if they're doing it from the photo or if they're doing it.
Well, they can look at pictures now. And in the next version of Windows, you're going to be able to like say like, hey, do you think these shoes are good for hiking? And it'll say, no, you should buy these shoes. And here, I just put it in a cart for you. And you should, I just charged it to your credit card. So that'll be fun.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, that makes perfect sense for it.
Yeah. And it wrote his report card comments. I wish
So
I had
they were
some.
all like, that's very good. I can see that you.
It tells the weight of every student as well. All right, I guess we got to end the show because it's that time. We missed out on mountain goats. We missed out on the contest. I just want to do one contest thing. Just one contest. Oh my gosh. Just one face mashup. And then we'll go. So this is a face mashup, and I'm going to show it to you. For some reason, it's not. I've got to zoom in on it a little bit. Have you played this game before? It's called Face Mashup. Bonnie, could you turn the music down?
Mashup the face?
So that's a face. It's a face made of two famous people. And you have to tell me, and the hummingbirds for some reason already have 3 points, but they have to say one of the person's first names and the other person's last name. So, if it was a mashup of You're in My Face, you would say Gini Marshall or Joel Sikes. That would be the answer. So you got to tell me who this is.
And did you mash up the face?
I mashed up the face. Well, Boney helped me a little bit because he's so good at Photoshop.
Boy, I have no idea.
Really?
I mean, the only thing we're looking at it, well, the nose looks like a man's, but the eyes are pretty distinctive.
It's a really difficult one, I think. They're both famous people, I assure you. But let's see if anyone in the chat room knows. I'm not. You know what? I'm not even sure. Because
well, that's not going to be a very good game.
It's a terrible game. No, I know who it is now. No, there's no way to guess this. It's impossible. So we'll save that. If anybody wants to freeze frame on this, try and give me an answer by next week. This time, let me know. All right, it's dance break time. Are you ready to dance? Because I got good band here today. They're called Septagram.
What's a septagram?
It sounds like satanic, doesn't it? Is that a satanic thing? I don't know. This has been a, dark episode with all the AI and everything. I'm not sure it was therapeutic. You think?
We lost the crowd.
Oh my God, we lost the crowd. No, we got people here. They're here. All right, here we go. Dance time. Oh, come on, Septagram. Oh my gosh. For being here. Thanks to Harold. Thanks to Chad. Thanks to Gini Sikes. And to everybody else out there, Todd Lee, everybody in the chat room. We'll see you on Friday for Interview Friday.